Good afternoon, my dear adventurers. I'm just doing the second part. Wizard's Crown. That's the game I'm playing. Wizard's Crown for Commodore 64. I haven't played yet because I went through the manual first and I didn't finish the last time. I also got a comment from Hurp who said, "Man, what man reads manuals? You should just play the game itself." But to be honest, this is the old school game from 80s. This is how you should play these games because, believe me or not, at the end of this manuals, there are hints. And without hints, you just cannot simply survive. If you watched my first season, because that's the first season, my first season with Demon's Winter, only if I could read the hints before I started creating my party, I would be in much better shape already, forever. And if not, you don't read, then you spend many more hours. In this case, I think, yeah, probably third part of the game I spent on grinding just to get healing to one of my wizards, and if I only knew that I could get it with the runes when I just create the party, I would be in much better position. But let's not talk about this game anymore because Wizard's Crown, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to play. Sorry for the last time actually, because I think the sound was really terrible. Now I'm trying to fix it with few setups. Also, I'm recording this with different things. So if the with the separation of the microphone and the background music, because it was just too loud last time. So let's start. Fire on. He is ready. And if you don't know what is this, this is a third season of Too Many Hours, when I play, as the name says, for too many hours. But this is because I play RPG games and I play them the way you're supposed to play them back in 80s. And also I was thinking about it recently that I don't have really nostalgia to games, RPG games, because I haven't played them when I was a kid. There was no access for such games for me, and also even if my English was not there, so I wouldn't be able to understand what's going on. And indeed, no access because back then I didn't have any disk drives. And these games, they require some disk drives. You cannot just most of them load just from tapes, and tape recorder or tape deck. That was the only kind of access for the software I had back then for Commodore 64. So I don't have like a real nostalgia. I think what it is really, I think there is a term which I've actually now forgot. But it's not nostalgia really what I have. I just like this kind of style of games, and the only nostalgic part is of course that this is for Commodore 64. So that's my only nostalgia point of view. But if it would be like an old game for on those which I haven't had, still I would probably have the same kind of feeling. So so how is it called, like a nostalgia of things we haven't experienced? I think there's a name. Yes, in this is called anemoia. Anemoia. So I think I have some sort of anemoia actually. And stop talking already. Wizards of Crown. With tactical combat. This is actually written here. I just noticed that right now. After this, probably in the next season, I'm going to play Eternal Dagger. This is the sequel. and I guess they are very similar. I read does the Eternal Dagger has a more vast world, but there's not too much of the differences. I preserved the game 2 weeks ago, I think. I still need to edit the video which I have for this game. Already created, how I preserve the game and how I remove the copy protection. So let's jump into the manual. I have a little bit better manual than the last time. This one is green, greenish color, so not like a blue ones as the version for Atari and for I think MS-DOS. So this one is also green as my original one, my original version of manual. So I think that would be really cool to go through it with you. Last time I think that there were a few sections which were maybe not easy to read, to hear. So sorry for that. I will just go through the story, the first chapter again, but then I will skip to the chapter. I think last time I finished at the outside world, so I will just continue after this. And this one, this manual, if I zoom in a little bit, this already contains this limited warranty page, which you haven't seen the last time because that was not in the other manual, but I have it in my original copy. And indeed, this one, as I said last time, says if you're unable to make a backup copy of your disk, most of our games have some form of copy protection. You may purchase a backup disk from SSI for $10 plus $2 for shipping and handling. California residents are and add applicable sales tax. So this is really funny. The game cost like $39.99 or something like this. I was just checking that in the catalog from this year. So yeah, that's a kind of fair price, and you cannot just make a protection of this game without having some basic knowledge of how to break the copy protection. And as far as I know, I discovered two copy protections, one on the boot and another one when you try to load the game after creating the disks. There are two copy protections I found so far. Hopefully they are the only ones. So I'm going to test it. It will be really fun to see if that was the case. So yes, that's the thing. Now I will make it a little zoom out and let's. So yeah, there were these things. First thing I wanted to read. So I have already my tea ready. Let's get matcha again. I like this kind of thing. So let's warm up a little bit and get through the story again. Actually, I wanted to also read the story more carefully because it's kind of interesting. So just wanted to get in once again because it was 1 week ago when I read about it last time. So let's start. Qatar is old. Very old. His bones seem to have been dumped haphazardly into foreskin, which hangs in loose, wrinkled folds. His eyes speak of ancient secrets and magic lore long forgotten. Now the dark eyes glitter with fierce intensity as he scans the group before him. Eight adventurers, some known for physical prowess, others for mental acuity, shift uncomfortably under his relentless scrutiny. The glade the group occupies glistens in the moonlight, dew sparkling like diamonds. Everyone feels the preservance of an ancient host, but no one, save Qatar, knows its identity or intent. One adventurer, a rather short, merry-faced youngster, leans to his companion. Why are we waiting here, shivering in this god-forsaken place? Qatar calls us here with no explanation, and now he stands there and stares at us. Besides, this place speaks of evil things. His companion opens his mouth, to answer, but snaps it shut when he sees Katar glaring at him. The wizard raises his arms in a command of silence. He speaks. I have called you here to raise a challenge. The adventurers lean forward expectantly, excitement boiling in their hearts. 500 years ago, the fellowship of wizards governed this land. The wizards in this fellowship ruled justly, and all the citizens abided by their decisions. The wizards occupied the city of Argan, which once boasted the greatest beauty and wisdom to be found anywhere in the world. Treasured far beyond anything in Argan was the crown of the emperor. An audible gasp went up from the adventurers' circle. I thought the crown was merely a fairy tale, mutters a dark, wiry man. Katar hears him and shouts indignantly. A fairy tale! The crown gave power and reason to the fellowship. It was the source of learning, of all knowledge, present, past, and future. It was the fellowship. Katar's head bows and his voice lowers. The right to wear the crown was shared by all in the fellowship. Each wizard wore the great crown until the constellation Atarius shifted in the sky, and then he passed it on to his brother. The words of the crown were spoken by the reigning wizard to the fellowship. Thus we all received its wisdom and power. Then, on a wretched, cursed night, the most horrifying of all possible events happened. Harmon, wizard of thunder, refused to give up the crown. A tear traces its way down Katar's weathered cheek. Behind the adventurers, the invisible host mutters and sobs, then takes up a high, keening chant that raises the hairs on the adventurers' heads. The wail gradually subsides and Katar continues. Civil war broke out among the wizards. All our codes of honor were ignored. Horrible monsters were called up with evil magic to consume brother and sister, and great fires destroyed much of Argan. Tarmon fled with the crown into his laboratories and sealed himself inside forever. It has been 500 years since the evil first began, and the crown still awaits its freedom. Katar pauses significantly. As you know, Argan is still interested with the monsters called up from the war. A magic wall contains them. It was erected by the Fellowship when we came to our senses and repented to our destruction. We are barred from entering the gates of the city until the crown has been recovered. The invisible host moved forward, completely encircling the enthralled adventurers. Katar seems to swell in size and power, his rich voice resonating in the glade. This, then, is the challenge. You have been called to find the crown of the Emperor. Your path will be filled with unspeakable terrors, and my own magic prevents me or any wizard from helping you. Few will return to the gates of Argan. Those that return with the crown will receive a reward of great enchantment. You will rival the heroes of old with your strength and speed. However, you must return quickly. The more swiftly you accomplish your mission, the greater the reward. I am impatient for the crown. The adventurers look at each other grimly, but each sees excitement and a certain eagerness in the other's eyes. One person, a woman renowned for her great wisdom, asks quietly, "And who will wear the crown once it is returned to the Fellowship? Will it not simply restart the evil war?" Katar answers, "I will wear the crown. I have been appointed by the Fellowship of Wizards to bear responsibility for the crown. Should I fail, I will be condemned to that peculiar and eternal hell of wizards. He shudders visibly, then asks simply, "Who will go?" In answer, all 8 companions stand. "You are brave. Go then and search for this, the crown of the Emperor." Suddenly the crown appears, shimmering brightly in the air. Gold filigree of unearthly workmanship is studded with brilliant jewels. A single great crystal is embedded in the brow, and prisms of rainbow light chase each other from end to end. Behind the light, the invisible host appears briefly, the robes of many wizards brightening and waning like candles, the sad faces flickering in the reflected light of the crown. "Go now," says Skater. "Complete your quest quickly with honor and bravery. We await you." Okay, so that was the story I read again, and now when I think about it, first of all, I don't think if I have really trust to Katar, because there was this another guy called Tarmon, and he took the crown, so it still looks like after the whole thing collapsed with their fellowship, who can give me the guarantee that this Katar is not another sort of Tarmon and he just wants to get this crown. So that was a very good question of this woman that was known for her wisdom. We don't know her name. The second thing is about the playing, like just to be that he's impatient. Okay, also this kind of gives me some bad feeling about it, but I wonder if the game rewards you if you're quicker or not. Probably no, I guess, but there's a little bit of a hint that maybe that's the case. Who knows? So last time I read about introduction, the game begins, the characters, the game elements, a lot of stuff there. The outside world, dungeons. Yeah, I think dungeons, that's the next thing. I also put some notes because there were a few things that I was considering to be really interesting to put note for and check in future. First of all, scan and stealth skills for on point for scouting. That was a thing which probably I'm going to look forward, because there is kind of nice feature that you can put someone on point, and this member is of the party is like a more like a scouting and can find if there are any opponents ahead. So that's a kind of interesting mechanics. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we're going to find out. Then there were two funny things about game things that were, according to quote open, not used in this game, quote closed, or quote open, no effect in this game, quote closed. So I'm not sure about it. First one is hunting. It is kind of listed in manual, but it says it's not used in the game. Also, the second one is create food and water. No effect in this game, so I don't understand really why they bother if this is not there. It's like fixing something after the manual was released. I don't know. Maybe that was in the game code and they just didn't remove it. We're going to see. But yeah, indeed, not used in this game. And then a few very important things. So I need to remember there is something like a first aid, which requires bandages. There's also pick lock. That's a skill, I guess, which requires lockpick. And alchemy skill for sorcerers. This will be needed for potions, I think. Then this last remark was about putting more intelligence for person that will have search skill with starting value. So yeah, we're going to see how it was exactly what it means. And then the last one, which I am not certain of how it works, but we're going to fast find it in the game. Lost power can be regained by rest in the inn. So max power is increased by experience. 1 power costs 3 points of experience. That's interesting. So you can swap experience for power. Like lost power, what does it mean? Lost power. Is it my health? I can get back health just by exchanging experience points, or is it like the stat which goes up? I am not certain. This is kind of weird. Anyway, let's continue because we are in the middle. As you see, there is like a middle of this manual. There are tables at the end, so we have less stuff to read today, but still a lot of stuff to get through. And I want to start playing this game. So after you exit the inn, this is the outside world. I think I read that, but I wanted just to check. The outside world appears on the map. Okay. I think I know. Search area, check a character, make camp, pray for healing, heal a character, check character, view the items, unpoison a character, show party health, move money around, tell minster of your deeds, which is saving the game, and then exiting the camp. There is something about the looting. After a battle, your party will make camp, searching the bodies of the enemy and the surrounding area. The equipment found can be seen with the view the items command. A list of the items will appear with the cursor over one of the items. Just before you view the items, your mage will, with the best evaluate magic, will go through the items and attempt to find those which are magical. He sets them aside in addition to gems or gems. I guess gems, jewelry, gold and silver. All of these are indicated by an asterisk symbol. If the mage cannot determine if an item is magical or not, it will have a question mark next to it. To take an item, use the arrow keys to move the cursor over the item and take it. The viewing character will take the item if it will not overload him. Note that the list of items may be larger than on screen. To see all the items, move the cursor to the bottom of the screen. As it approaches the bottom, the list will scroll. To see the beginning of the list again, move the cursor toward the top of the screen. You may gain money by taking the looted items to the marketplace and selling them. The prices you get will be determined by the known value of the item and the skill of the best haggler in your party. Yeah, we need to have a good haggler in our party. Let's see how it's going to work. Dungeons, that's chapter number 7. To put a dungeon back into its original state, use the utilities command when you boot up. Dungeons are buildings or other places that can be explored. Searching where a dungeon exists in the outside world results in entry. In a dungeon, the characters move about exploring, finding and disarming traps, talking to people, reading old scrolls, etc. Messages appear on the screen if cursor, this is a return key, appears in the bottom right hand corner, or CR maybe. Then press return to continue. Then okay. So this is like a CR showing that you should press return. Okay, that's simply easy, but I'm not sure why would I reset the dungeons to grind, I guess. Let's see. And next page 15, active statuses. Yeah, there is a quick check. So active statuses. At any given time in the dungeons, each character has one of 3 statuses. Okay, and then active, following, or independent. Okay, this is kind of funny. Active, following, or independent. The set of active statuses control which characters move and act. One and only one character may be active. Okay, I gotcha. It's a little bit written like for someone who would never play games like this, I guess. may be active at any one time. The others at that time are following or independent. Okay, I still don't understand, but there is more about it. Okay, maybe I should just shut up and read it. The active character is the one currently performing a task. For example, if Herman the barbarian is the active character and the chest is being examined, it is Herman's skill ability at searching that is used to find the trap on the chest. Okay, check. Following. The follower is a character who moves when the active character does. Oh, nice. Therefore, if all but the active character are followers, the entire party may be moved by moving the active character. Sometimes a follower gets stuck behind a wall. To free him, make him active and make all of the other characters independent. I don't understand. Then move him away from the obstruction. Afterwards, reset the statuses of the members of the party to what they were before. You need to free one of them. And the independent character does not follow the active character's movement. This is useful when preparing your party for a fight or when sending a character ahead to search out traps. Okay, I gotcha. The independent, that's the normal stuff. Active also kind of normal, but what was about the following? Sometimes a follower gets stuck behind a wall. To free him, make him active and make all of the other characters independent. I don't understand this part. Why do I have to make other character independent? Maybe because they will all get in line. Yeah, that's a little bit unclear for me. What can I do though? Let's go. Yeah, we're going to check it. To change the active status of a character, press A as the dungeon menu is on the screen. See dungeon menu following. The list of characters will be displayed. Press P to change the statuses of all of the party or indicate which character is to be changed. Dungeon menu B, and the dungeon menu appears at the bottom of the screen. Amount, light, food, visibility, good, type order, yeah, lots of stuff there. Note that the active character's name and the visibility rating are shown. Okay, visibility rating good. Okay. If the visibility is poor, skills such as search requiring good visibility are reduced. Visibility may be increased by a foxfire spell or by reading a torch. Reading a torch. I guess that's how you should read this. At the center of the numbers indicating directions, an arrow shows the current facing of the character. A list of the commands which are applicable at the particular time appears at the bottom of the screen. Only those commands shown on the screen may be given. A list of the commands follows, and this is left, right, 1, 3. Many things. Alter active status of characters, check a character, examine space in front of character. Start a fight with person in front. Make camp, make next character active, open thing you are facing. Cast either Foxfire or Night Vision. Talk to the person in front of you. We W is have active character wait and help for question mark. Alright. An explanation of the commands follows. Change facing turns character clockwise a quarter turn. Then left change facing also turns character counterclockwise. See facing. Okay. A. Okay, 1, 3. The directions in which the character may move. Yeah, that's interesting because I tried this game a little bit and then not all the directions were available, and it looked like I should be able to walk there, but I guess there is something about having something in your right hand. I'm suspecting. Let's get this clear. Alter active status of characters. A. This command allows a change in the status of the member of the party. See active statuses. C. Check a character. This command is identical to check a character command used outside. Okay. Examine space in front of character. E. And that's one pressing E key. This command allows the character to search for traps and secret doors in the space he faces. He may or may not find any. If he finds a trap, he may try to disarm it. This command may also be used to search and manipulate a chest, a book, or any other object in any way other than by opening it. And this is, we're talking about dungeons, okay. So this is not in location or whatever. Or everything, maybe it's a dungeon here, I don't know. F. Start a fight with person in front. This command allows you to attack any person found in the dungeon. Have your active character face an adjacent enemy and press F. If a fight starts in a dungeon, the current position and facing of your characters are those with which they start combat. I wonder if there are two characters who's going to be picked up. Make camp. This command is identical to the make camp command outside. N. Make next character active. This command makes the next character active and gives the previously active character the status that the newly active character no longer has. That's okay, that's a little bit weirdly written. O. Open thing you are facing. This command is used to open a chest or door. Have your active character face the thing to be opened and press O. If the object is unlocked, it will open. If the object is locked, you may cast an unlock spell, attempt to pick a lock, or force the lock. Some locks may be impossible to open, except under special circumstances. Attempts to pick a lock require that the character have his lockpicks ready. Attempts to force the lock are greatly enhanced by having a crowbar ready. Okay. S. Cast either Foxfire or Night Vision. This command allows a sorcerer to cast either a Foxfire or Night Vision spell. Characters with these spells on magic items may use only the item by using the check character command. After pressing C and selecting the character with the item, press R and move the cursor over the item. Okay, I don't know what this means, but I guess in the game it will be easier to just follow. E. Talk to the person in front of you. This command allows you to talk to a person who appears in a dungeon. Face him and press T. I wonder how it works. W. Have active character wait. This command allows followers to move closer to the active character. This is super interesting. I don't know how it's going to work. A lot of stuff there. Question mark. Help. The computer displays a brief description of the commands available to the character at the time. This command may be used at any time. It does not end the character's turn. And C for facing. A character's facing is shown on the dungeon menu. Facing does not affect movement in a dungeon as it does in combat. Facing is adjusted automatically as the characters move. Facing determines the space being searched, the door being opened, or the person to whom the character is talking. A character may only search, open, or talk to the square he is facing directly. Okay, gotcha. D. Leaving the dungeon. A party may leave a dungeon by moving the active character onto an exit square. Exit squares are usually squares on the edge of the map or stairways. The only way you can tell if a square is an exit square is by moving the active character onto it. When this occurs, a message will appear asking you if you want the party to leave. Go upstairs or whatever is appropriate. Oh, so I wonder if you can just exit with a single character, not like in other games. Other games like in Shadow Spring or Demon's Winter when I played, and you have to exit with everyone. If anyone is stuck, like by a free spell or whatever, then yeah, you have to find a way to get out of the situation, especially if everyone from your party left and only one character is still in the combat. So this is super interesting. Next page is 17. Combat. Okay, so that was a dungeon. Okay, now I gotcha. Because I thought this is so the outside world and dungeons. Okay, I get it. So this is the classic RPG stuff. I had some brain fart, I think. Trying to see what is what. So now it's a combat. Now it's a chapter number 8, combat. A quick combat. So we have a lot of stuff with the combats, but then it's almost the end of this tutorial. So I guess I'm going to start playing this game today. That's a promise. Let's see. And chapter 8, combat. A quick combat. A. When the characters meet monsters, the computer asks, use the quick combat system, yes or no. Press yes to use the quick system and to use normal combat. Once you have made this choice, you cannot change your choice during battle. Note that normal combat usually takes 20 to 30 minutes of play. Hashtag too many hours. Quick combat begins with a display at the top of the screen of the name, status and health of the characters. The numbers at the right represent the normal and serious, and as injury and bleeding of each character. Okay, so we have injuries and bleeding. Okay, cool. At the bottom of the screen is a display of the number and type of monsters being fought. The display changes as the fighting continues. During quick combat, you have 3 options: to pause the combat so that you may review the changing results, or to try to run from the battle and use magic. Okay, at least you can influence this. To pause the combat, press P. To flee, press F. To activate or deactivate magic, press M. Oh, nice. So you can save some spells, I guess. So the computer doesn't throw them without any considerations. Press M, yeah, for magic. Toggle. This is a toggle, yeah. Pressing any other key will continue the battle until it is fully resolved. Note, if the flee option does not appear on the screen, it is not available in those circumstances. After combat is completed, you will be returned to camp. Of course. B. Setting up the placement phase. Outdoor encounters. If you do not choose quick combat, you must first set up the characters. Depending on how far ahead of the party he was. Who? I know who, but looking at the text, I don't think this is a good copy. Depending on how far ahead of the party he was. Who? The encounter? Maybe. The lead man may or may not have joined the party as the battle begins. I know this is about the leading man, but it was not clear in this manual. If you are allowed to ambush, you may set up in any manner you choose anywhere on the map. If not ambushing, you are limited to setting up in the center of the map. Note the rosette at the bottom right hand of the screen. The numbers indicate the directions and are the keys to be used to move the cursor. Move the cursor over the character. Press G to get the character. Then as you move the cursor, the character moves with it to the desired position. The direction in which the character faces is indicated by the arrow in the center of the rosette. Press an arrow key left or right to set which way he is to face. Press N to move the cursor to the next character, or X to regain control of the cursor. Then after positioning all of your characters, press X to exit. Okay, dungeons. In the dungeons, the characters are set up already. Okay, no additional setup decisions are required. In the dungeons, the characters are set up already. Okay, so that was in outdoors, for outdoors. In the dungeons, you cannot do it. Why there is this distinction, I don't know. But yeah, this is what it is. Wow, so many small details. See, combat concepts. In normal combat, you maneuver your characters, performing actions intended to defeat the enemy. As you control a particular character, a menu indicating the combat commands available for that character is displayed. Combat ends when one of the following conditions occurs. 1. No one from either side can see an enemy. 2. All of one side have fled the battlefield, are unconscious, or are dead. Actions. A character's dexterity rating determines when he gets a turn. During a character's turn, he may perform one or more actions. That is, obey one or more commands. The actions that may be performed are based on the distance a character has moved in the current turn, the actions he has taken previously in the current turn, his status, and his skills. Because some actions take longer than others, every time a character does something, there is a cost of between 0 and 4 turns. The computer lists the actions he may perform. Types of damage. The results of an attack are dependent on the damage type and the damage rating of the attacker's weapon or spell. There are 2 categories of damage type: pure magic, physical. There are 6 types of damage: bash, physical; cut, physical; thrust, also physical; and physical magic, physical. Okay. So this is physical magic is physical, but magic is pure magic and life blast is pure magic. Okay, it is getting a little bit hairy. The location of the hit is determined by the damage type. Bash and cut attacks tend to do more injury. Thrust tends to cause more bleeding. Physical magic tends to cause the most damage of all. Oof. Okay. Facing. Each character has a facing. That is, each character faces in a particular direction from the character's facing. Certain squares are referred to as his front, rear, shielded side, and unshielded side. Okay. In the following diagrams, the arrow indicates which way the character faces, and then it shows that the shield is in the left hand, I think. So it's always for right-handed player members, characters and enemies, I guess, also. Okay, and that would be funny if you also have like a left and right-handed. Then go figure. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense, kind of. Shield protection. A shield can protect you from attack from the left and front. It cannot protect from attack from the right, unshielded side, or rear, or if the attacker is using a flail. Okay, again. Shield can protect you from attack from the left and front. Cannot protect from attack from the right. Yeah, so unshielded side. Or rare, or if the attacker is using a flail. Okay, so this is important. So unshielded side is right, or if opponent uses flail. Okay, gotcha. Engagement. Let's see the engagement. If a character who was attacked by a melee weapon in the last action that an enemy performed is still adjacent to the enemy, he is engaged. An engaged character may neither sneak nor move more than 1 square. Oh, that's a cool one. Okay, that makes sense. Engaged can move 1 square only when was attacked by a melee weapon. Okay. Special weapon abilities. Axes. If a shield blocks an axe's blow and the damage roll for the axe exceeds the defense of the shield breaks. Oh, not nice. Flails. Flails totally ignore shields. An attack with a flail has the same effect as an attack on the target's unshielded side. Okay, that's unfortunate, of course, which makes it a fun game. I also wonder. Because flail is a kind of like a on the stick you have this kind of a ball with spikes. So that's the flail, and this is this is a funny weapon. Then flail, flail. Okay, I just did a drawing of a flail because actually I didn't know that how flail really looks like. I think I even have it in my game I'm working on, or maybe I have a placeholder for it, but I forgot about it to be honest. Or no, I'm not sure. But flail, or maybe I have some different weapon. There are so many types of weapons sometimes, and English names are different. So yeah, flail is a really tough sort of weapon. Spears. When attacking spears or spears, I guess, may reach 2 squares. Attacking over the heads of friends and enemies. Okay, so spears. That's a kind of a nice weapon. So that's my next point. So this is the note that it reaches 2 squares. So cool weapon. Lot of interesting mechanics already in this game. I like it. Okay, but this is like a 2 squares, but not technically diagonally available, or some sort of 2. But I see these 2 points here. If I zoom it, yeah. I cannot zoom it, to be honest. I cannot move it that much, but on the right side, you should see it. So I cannot move really diagonally with this, like in the corner of this box. So that's like a bit unlikely, but that's fine. It's like a kind of circle squared to a bit values. So the spear facing up may attack any square with a dot in it. Okay. Gotcha. And then bows and crossbows. These are missile weapons. When defending with a missile weapon in hand, the close combat skill is used. So then I don't know if you can switch from bows quickly to any other weapon. Probably not. This is your weapon and that's all. Combat operations. D. When a character attacks, the attacker's ability is compared to the defender's ability to determine whether there is a hit. The attacker's ability is increased if defender is prone and the attacker is using a melee weapon. Defender's last action was an attack to kill. Ooh. Defender moved quickly or through obstacles and the attacker is using melee weapon. Okay. So attackers is, yeah, because then defender was actually going through the obstacles. Okay. So then we'll be in the worst position. That makes sense. For attacker aimed at the target in action prior to attack. So when it's aimed, okay. 5. Defender was attacking a target other than the attacker, or the attacker was unseen, invisible, or sneaking, and the defender fails a combat awareness roll. Wow, so much. Defender is attacked from the rear. This is the last point, from the rear, yeah. But that's not the last point. Actually, this is, but there are more points for attacker's ability being decreased, because that was for the increase. But now we're looking from the other perspective. So that's on the page 19. This is the toughest part of this manual, to be honest. So, What do we have here? The attacker's ability is decreased if attacker is prone while attacking with a melee weapon. Isn't what I read before, but on the other side? It sounds like, right? A little bit. Defender is prone and the attacker is using missile weapon. What does it mean defender is prone? Attacker is making a defensive attack. Attacker is making a defensive attack. How can attacker make a defensive attack? Okay, 12, defensive attack. So many options here. Okay, defensive attack. Maybe there will be some explanation about it, but for me everything here is a little bit too complex, to be honest, but I guess it's a fun part of this game. Defender's last action was readying an item, dodging, or a defensive attack. Okay, so then it makes sense, yeah. Of course, then defender is still preparing the weapon, then it makes sense. Dodging or a defensive attack. Okay, 5. Attacker moved quickly, moved more than 2 or 3 squares or over obstacles. Okay, so that's something which I shouldn't do, I guess. Defender moved quickly or through obstacles, and the attacker is using missile weapon. To determine if the character is hit, attacker's ability, attacker's weapon skill ability, defender's ability, defender's weapon skill ability divided by 2, plus defender's shield skill ability if shield may be used. See shield protection. Adjust attacker's ability. See attacker's ability above. Compare adjusted attacker ability roll to defender ability roll to see if hit. And then, to determine damage when hit, roll attacker's damage or set damage if a pure magic attack. Roll defender's armor or set armor if a pure magic attack. If defender's shield may be used, compare adjusted attacker ability roll to defender's shield ability roll. If the shield roll is successful, add the shield strength to the defender's armor roll. And then subtract adjusted defender's armor roll from attacker's damage roll to determine base damage. Wow, this is interesting that all these details are here, as I would almost play the tabletop game. Alright, so in general, maybe I need this in general section. If a character is hit, the following is true. The higher the damage rating of the weapon, the greater the degree of damage to the character. Correct. Each armor type has a defense rating indicating your protection from each damage type. 2. The higher the armor defense rating against the attacking type, the lower the degree of damage to the character. If an attack is one of pure magic, it has a fixed result dependent on the damage rating of the attack and the magic defense rating of the armor. Apply the base damage to the target. Pure magic attacks never cause bleeding. If an attack is not one of pure magic, determine the hit location and apply the injury multiple to determine the total injury. Determine severity. Roll the base damage and apply bleeding multiple to determine total bleeding. Determine severity. Determine if the defender is dead or unconscious. Note that multiples are determined by location, with chest and stomach causing much bleeding, and limbs and head much injury. Oof. Now, on the next page, 20, we have something about change facing. Facing is displayed by an arrow with the direction reset on the right side of the menu. A character may only move into the front squares as defined by his facing. Okay, I understand. So you cannot just turn quickly, I guess. Maybe you have to turn first and then you can move somewhere else. And may only attack through front and side. Okay. Facing influences the character's defensive ability and his ability to see. The farther a character moves during his turn, the less he may change his facing. This is interesting. Why? The right arrow key turns the character clockwise a quarter turn. The left arrow key turns him counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the directions a character may move, with direction 1 being forward the top of the screen. The right end of the combat menu displays the directions this way. And this is kind of weird thing. I played a little bit and I didn't have any issues with that, but I would still prefer to have like a numpad, which of course this old school computers, they didn't have numpad. I'm not sure about Apple too, but I don't think also it had. But still, this is a little bit interesting, to put it mildly. But to be honest, I didn't have too much issues. I needed just to reference which key I have to press. Only the directions that the character can legally move are listed for you in the commands at the bottom of the combat menu and highlighted only on the direction rosette. Characters which are engaged or prone may only move 1 square. The maximum a character may move at any time is 6 squares. Entering a full water square automatically ends all movement. Okay, so 6, this is important, max moves per turn is 6 squares. In water, 1 square. Technically, right? Full water, of course. In full water, I don't know if this is always like full water or there's something else. Ends all movement. Additionally, until the character makes a swimming ability roll, he will stay helpless and he may take damage. Okay, this is not good. Movement may reduce or prohibit many actions. Attempting to move onto a square containing an enemy indicates a shield bash attempt. Ah, okay. I think I tried that, and then I thought this is attack, but this is actually not attack. This is cool. Shield bash. Okay, shield bash when moving. Yeah, it's good to read the manuals. I tell you, when moving to a square with enemy. Shield bash attack is resolved just as if the character's shield were a weapon. However, instead of taking damage, the target may be knocked prone. Okay. So instead of taking damage, that is possible. As shield is used as weapon, as a weapon. The target may be knocked prone. Wow, this is an interesting mechanic. For sure, it's worth to try all that stuff when you play. All right. So then, In the following explanation of combat commands, movement restrictions often are listed as 1 or 2 squares. The greater restriction is for diagonal moves. A diagonal move costs 1.5 times as much as a vertical or horizontal move. Okay. So, this is important. A diagonal move costs 1.5 times as much as a vertical or horizontal move. For example, you may make 3 horizontal moves for every 2 diagonal moves. That's true because I have 6 and then it's 3. Is it? Yes. And then for every 2 diagonal moves. Obstacles also count as extra squares in movement. Wow, okay. This is almost the end, almost, but still I have few things to go through. Attack. The character may make a normal attack. If a character moves more than 1 or 2 squares, he no longer may make normal attacks. Okay, this is important. If a character moves more than what does it mean 1 or 2 squares? 1 or 2? So more than 2, right? This is not really, or it depends. No longer may make normal attacks. Attacking ends a character's move. Okay. See cast spell. The character begins an attempt to cast a spell. The spell is completed based on the spell's power cost in 1 or 2 turns. Casting a spell ends a character's turn. Okay, two turns for a spell. That's expensive. Defensive attack. A defensive attack is the same as an attack, but it decreases the chance of hitting and being hit. Okay, I gotcha now. It may not be performed with bows or crossbows, which makes sense. So I'm removing the question mark from defensive attack. This makes sense, but I was expecting more explanation, like what is the chance? But wait, a defensive attack is the same as an attack, but it decreases the chance of hitting and being hit. Okay, decreases both. So it makes sense. Decreases chance of hitting and being hit. Okay, so it works both ways. Okay, I like it. I like it. That's not all. That's not all. We are just starting here. Stand erect. This may not be performed if the character has moved. Stand erect ends a character's turn. I don't understand. Why would I use this? Does it give me any defense points or whatever? Any more chances of roll to defend? Or rest or whatever? Fall prone. This may be performed at any time. It decreases the chance of being hit by a missile weapons and increases the chance of being hit by and failing to hit with a melee weapons. Fall prone ends a turn. Fall prone. I Still don't understand the word prone. It's like being able. Fall prone. This may be performed at any time. It decreases the chance of being hit. Decreases the chance hit by missile weapons. Okay. But this is not end. This is, for me, it's but increases the chance of being hit by and failing to hit with melee weapons. And failing to, I don't understand this. Hit by missile weapons and increases the chance of being hit by and failing to hit with melee weapons. This I need to think about it. Okay, this is real. This is question mark. I don't understand this really. Anyway, let's continue. Guard. The character waits for an enemy to get in one of his front-facing squares before attacking. The first time he is aware of an enemy in front of him, he will attack. Characters moving more than 1 or 2 squares may not guard. Guard ends a turn. Okay. Inspect a character. The computer will display the status, the equipment, and skills of a character. All values shown are the current values adjusted for spells, magic items, wounds, and moral loss. See inspecting a character. This command may be used at any time. It has no influence on your turn. K. Attack to kill. The character makes a reckless attack on a target. He increases the possible damage to the target, but also increases his own chances of being hit. Bows and crossbows may not attack to kill. This command ends a character's turn. L. Load bow or crossbow. To attack with it, a bow or crossbow must be loaded. If it was readied before combat, it is loaded already. If it wasn't, this command loads it. After combat begins, a bow is considered loaded again after each shot. A crossbow, however, must be loaded again each time before it is used. A character may move only 1 or 2 squares if he is to load. Loading ends the character's turn. Okay. Crossbow, however, must be loaded again each time before it is used. Bow, no, bow note. Okay, so this is kind of important. That crossbow, bow is considered loaded again. I would say that should be opposite. Bow is considered. Why is also this text says like considered? Loaded. Just say that it's loaded. Because it considered means like it should be, but it might be not. So I don't understand. Loaded again after shot. Crossbow however, must be loaded again. Each time before it is used. Character may move only 1 or 2 squares if he is to load. Loading ends the character's turn. This is a little bit hard that I have to also consider this moving. So 1 or 2 points. So I updated one of the points that if a character moves more than 1 or 2 squares, he no longer may make normal attacks, and then I added or load a crossbow, because this is kind of important. Okay, so for sure I'm going to go back to this these options, because it's just to this rules, because it's just a lot of details, and everything doesn't make any sense until you just practice. I mean, sense is one thing, but also just to learn the rules. So page 21, and this is the ending of the combat stuff, but still there will be a lot of interesting things later on. So, it's a long manual. I also, to be honest, I'm not certain why this attacker's ability and defender's ability, which was on page 19. So here, why this is explained to us? I mean, maybe that's fair, but feels like part of the algorithm, maybe the whole algorithm, but also maybe just a part is just explained, and I'm not certain if I'm going to do any math before combats like that, before any attack, I mean single attack. So yeah, this is a typical weird. Anyways, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I think you also might be exhausted. Sorry for that. I should play the game. If you really want to see the game, actually, maybe check the timeline after recording this. But for now, yeah, I guess I will try to start today. But I'm already 1 hour 13 minutes into this, and doesn't look that I'm going to play a lot today. And the next part, probably this will be the full gameplay then. But yeah, my 2 previous seasons, I only spent one episode to read the manual. Always doing this though, starting from manuals. So bear with me. M, use a magic item. The character may cast a spell that is on a magic item or drink a potion. Alright. So M is not only for spells, but also for items. But potions are magic. Okay, that makes sense. The character cannot have moved previously. This command ends the character's turn. Okay, so this is also kind of hard rule, which I have to remember. M, use magic, because then I would be like, why I don't have this option? Why? What's happening? Why my character is dead? Because I was not able to get the potion, and that's the reason. Character cannot move before. Oof. And it ends character's turn. So only one thing you can do. Open or close door. The character may open or close an unlocked door Doors may not be closed if occupied by living or dead. The character may not have moved more than 2 or 3 squares. This command ends the character's turn. P. Pray. The character may make any prayer to his gods for which he has sufficient karma. See prayer and karma. I don't know if I read about it. I guess I read about it somewhere. The character cannot have moved previously. Depending on the prayer level, prayers take 1 to 4 turns. Do I have this section about praying somewhere? Karma, prayer levels, yeah. That was on page 11. And it was saying there that pay careful attention to the relationship between karma and prayers. The ability of your character to survive battle depends on it. Karma represents the influence a character has with the gods. When a character prays, he spends karma temporarily. The more he prays, the less karma he has remaining, and therefore the less influence with the gods. The effective skill ability for turn undead and luck, unadjusted for praise or magic items, may not exceed the character's karma rating. A character can regain karma by visiting a temple. And there are some prayer levels for stop normal bleeding and injuries and restoring life, raise death, and so on and so on. Alright, I think I just have to play because it's just too much information. Then go back to page 21. Quit your turn. The character ends his turn. Okay. R. Unready an item. The character may ready and unready items and dodges. He may not have moved more than 1 or 2 squares. Use of this command does not end his turn, but it restricts the actions that may be performed to fall prone, inspect, quit ready, sneak, scan, look at targets moving, and help. As begin sneaking, the character attempts to sneak, makes a stealth ability roll. He does not learn whether he is successful. If he is successful, he becomes hidden. While hidden, he may move normally. He may be spotted when performing a physical attack. He moves adjacent to an enemy, or when an enemy scans or uses a reveal enemy spell. A character may not sneak while engaged. Sneaking ends a character's turn. Okay, I'm just going to put a note about sneaking, which is for hiding. Unless melee attack, right? You can you shoot? Let's say from crossbow and not being noticed. Physical attack, unless performing. So physical attack, I guess crossbow is a physical attack. There was a list about this, but I didn't say anything about which weapon are. That was about the types of damage. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that would be nice to have this examples, just examples what does what. But that's okay. Okay, cannot sneak when it's engaged. That's actually makes sense. I don't have to put a note about it, but maybe sneak when engaged, which makes total sense. Okay, that's fine. Aim at the target. The character aims at an available target. If in his next action he attacks the target with AD or K, the target is much easier to hit and vulnerable to great damage. Oh, I love this. I love this. I have to take a note about it. T is for aim. at a target. In the next turn, wait, not even, I see not even a turn action. So I guess it can be the same turn. In the next action, target is much easier. There is a big word much easier to hit. Okay, this is very important because I think my line of attacks will be to aim and then attack. Okay, cool. And then I can do A, D, or K, which A was for, yeah, I would say A is for aim, but it's for attack, of course. Or D for defensive attack, I guess. That's, yes, exactly. Or K, that was for killing, attack to kill. But that's not the end. A character aiming at a target does not engage the target. He may not move and aim. Aiming ends the character's turn. Okay, so a character aiming at a target does not engage the target. Okay, that makes sense. But the thing I'm interested more is that he may not move and aim. So character cannot move and aim. He may not move and aim. Aiming ends the character's turn. Okay, so this is actually the next turn then. In the next action. So I don't understand why not to put that in manual very clearly. That if the turn is over, is going to finish the turn, then it's not in the next action. It's sort of next action, but it's also the next, technically it's in the next turn, which emphasizes that this is two turns action, two turns command. And also I'm not sure if by aiming I'm also more vulnerable or not. Hopefully not. Let's see. Turn undead. The character selects an undead target and attempts to dispel it. He also becomes partially safe from undead attacks. A character may not move it turning undead. A character may not move if turning undead. If turning undead. Turning undead. If turning undead, then can move. Turning undead ends the character's turn. View with scan. The character looks all around, attempting to spot hidden enemies, making a scan ability roll. A character may not move more than 1 or 2 squares and scan. Scanning ends the character's turn. Okay. W. What targets? The character may look at all visible enemies in his field of vision. If S is pressed while the cursor is over an enemy, some information about the enemy is displayed. You may look at an enemy at any time. Looking at an enemy does not affect the character's turn. Dodge and zigzag. The character dodges, making him more difficult to hit. He may not have moved more than 2 or 3 squares. Dodging does not end the character's turn, but his actions are restricted afterward to fall prone, inspect, quit, ready, sneak, scan, look at targets, moving, and help. And help, the computer displays a brief description of the commands available to the character at the time. This command may be used at any time. It does not end the character's turn. It's funny because dodge and zigzag can affect your help. Somehow that you cannot check the help. I guess, I don't know. Or it's a mistake in this manual. Anyway, the last thing at page 21 is the quick note F. Inspecting a character. To inspect a character while in combat, press I, inspect a character. Two screens display information about the character. All of the numbers on each screen refer to the effective values as adjusted for wounds, morale, loss, spells, magic items, and karma. And on the page 22 we have the first screen, which shows us many things, if someone's engaged, what directions facing, injuries, defensive ratings. Oh, maybe that's the stuff which is already calculate. No, it's not calculated. It's just N for no, I guess. Not sure, not really sure how it's going to work in this game, but I guess I'm going to spend a lot of time doing this. Note, the actual damage type will appear under damage type, and the actual ratings will appear in place of N. Ah, so this is like a number. Okay, so this makes sense. And the actual ratings, damage type 1. Okay, so that's cool. So maybe this all things which I was referencing to on page 19 about abilities of attacker, maybe some of that part is already calculated here. And the second screen, that was the first screen. The second screen contains some close combat, sword, yeah, a lot of items, stuff with items. Note the list will include all skills with a rating greater than 0 and available to the character at the time. Okay, this is important. Evaluate item. The computer displays an evaluation similar to the following one: Brigantine, defensive ratings, and it shows bash, cut, trust, physical magic, and magic. Of course, N will be replaced with a number. I understand. All right. Page 22. We are almost done. Well, no, we are not. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to play this game today. I'm exhausted. I want to play this game. Okay. Designer's note. Let's move. Page 22. Maybe there will be something interesting here. Designer's notes. Please, designer, help us to play this game in less than too many hours. Creating characters. Use all 8 characters. I will, thank you. That was number 1. Number 2, have at least 1 character of each profession. Yes, I will, for sure. 3, most party members should be fighters. Only 1 or 2 should be non-fighters. Okay. So this was a separate topic, party creation. I am not certain if I'm going to create a party from scratch or just use the pre-made characters. I might try with the pre-made characters and then just see, but it's always fun to create some characters, right? So most party members should be fighters. Most of party members fighters. Yeah, because you can actually mix classes. Professions. 1 character of each profession. 1 car of each profession. Professions. So yeah, professions are like a ranger, fighter, priest, and so on. So this of course makes sense, the fighters, but for the should be non-fighters. Non-fighters. I don't understand really, but because you can mix stuff, but yeah, maybe that makes sense. About 1/2 of the characters should have 2 professions. Okay. 1/2. About 1/2 of the characters. That's interesting. Okay, so 50% of them. So 4 of them should have 2 professions. For example, fighter, priest. So yeah, this is called a profession. It's not a class, it's a profession. A party should contain at least 2 priests. Okay. At least 2 priests. One, at least, a ranger priest. Since sorcerers take a long time to develop, create only 1 pure sorcerer. Okay. 1 pure sorcerer. I'm writing this down because if I'm going to create the party members, I will go through the list to tick all the boxes and put the check on each one. I think I would just I would just go with the designer's notes. Why not? If this doesn't work, then it means that something is there is a flaw in this game. From designer's point of view, of course. Since sorcerers take a long time, okay. Create a character with a high karma, since this is essential for healing. And now it's a question: who should have a high karma? The sorcerer? So actually, I wrote all the points I also put here on my list. So yeah, maybe I should read it first because actually everything I need. It's a tough game to start. Improvement of, but I will try not to make it too hard. It's also interesting. Improvement of characters. Fighters get combat awareness and primary weapon skills up fast. Priests get karma to 60. This allows resurrection. Be sure to get the priest karma to 30 immediately to be able to stop serious bleeding. Okay, so maybe that's the answer. I will create a character with a high karma of type priest. Priest, give it to priest. To a priest. Thieves, get haggle and the search up. Haggle allows you to sell items and thus buy armor and training without search. You won't get magic items. Rangers, get your tracking up when you can. Sorcerers, get your evaluate up first. It takes a long time to become a good sorcerer, but an evaluate of 100 plus ensures that you won't miss valuable magic items. Okay, this is to checking the value of the items. Okay, I'm opening now my previous characters from which I played from Shadow Spring, because I could use the same names. So I had the Sir Barton, IVO. It would be nice to invite them to this game. I had Iriaf, Only all men's though. Maybe I should introduce some women because I need us 8. Devismo, and I think I played with someone else in the first episode because that's the Shard of Spring. But when I played Demon's Winter, I had another character. Let's see. Yes, Devismo, and there was Darkmo. Darkmo. Okay, but then maybe the names are kind of similar too much. That's why probably I mixed them in the first place. But yeah, this is Darkmo is from Demon's Winter. So yeah, I can continue the history with the characters I know so well. Oli was a troll, but I don't have a class of. There are no classes here, so only professions. So then I have to, of course, adapt it slightly differently. Anyway, 6 point training. Since good prices provide money, for more training, train your haggle first. Okay. Yeah, good prices provide money. For more training, train your haggle first. Okay, then I can sell money for better money, items for better money, and based on that, I can buy more training. Is it correct? For more training, yeah, money for more training. So that's the. This is kind of a. I guess this is a business model in this game. Business model. Train haggle, just to rephrase it slightly, train haggle first to get better prices. So you can buy you can get more training, so you can afford, maybe just to rephrase it, afford more training. Yeah, so this is the business model from designers, from the designers. No, this is of course on the next side, sorry for that. Training. Since good prices provide money for more training, train your haggle first. Okay, where to go? The ruins are dangerous. Start with wandering around town, exploring and staying mostly in the residential sections. Yeah, this is also the one of the hints I got under my previous video from my new friend who wants to join the party. Maybe I should also introduce some characters of my watchers. That would be funny. There you can get the feeling of combat by beating up on thugs, the easiest of the monsters. Note that the more you fight in a given area, the fewer the number of encounters. After you go through the residential section, clean out the poor areas. Okay, that's interesting. Quick maybe then I can reset the dungeons. Oh, there are no dungeons, I guess. Quick combat. Quick combat allows for very fast combat, resolved in 5-10 minutes. Wait. So the slow combat takes 20 minutes and the up to 30 minutes and the even 40 minutes I see now. But if the quick combat is 5 to 10 seconds, sorry. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it's in minutes, so that would be too much. Okay, number 2, the computer controls all of the actions of the characters. And also what is funny here is that the copy I have also contains this strike through line on all. So it looks like it's exactly the same scan, which is not, I just found it online, but the version I have contains also the same kind of glitches. So yeah, that's cool. And the So the computer controls all of the actions of the characters. Yeah. The drawback is that is that not all your special items will be used. Okay, that's for quick combat. Tactical combat. You may use all items in tactical combat. You control all of the character's actions. The drawback is that the tactical combat may take up to 40 minutes to resolve if you are unfamiliar with it. The time drops to 10 to 15 minutes as you become an experienced player. Keep your characters in a tight formation and use terrain to your advantage. Maintain a good line, and any hole will be exploited by monsters to get backshots. Example. And there's a big example. Let's try to get through it. Okay. Maintain a good line. Maintain a good line. Okay, let's see. So what do we have here? Note that only one person on front side can be attacked into unshielded side, and no one attacked in rear unless major overlap. Ranger can attack anyone and move to reinforce a flank which is being overlapped. Oh my god. So fighter with shield is F prime. Fighter with big weapon is the normal F. Priest, sorcerer, ranger, thief. Okay, so I guess I have to keep them in one flank. Okay. Note that only one person on front side can be attacked into unshielded side, and no one attacked in rear unless major overlap. So this RP, which is for ranger priest, is facing up, or is it attacking? I don't understand this drawing. Can attack anyone? Ranger. Okay, ranger. Yeah, that's the one in the middle. Can attack anyone and move to reinforce a flank which is being overlapped. Okay. I think I need to move forward because I don't understand this. Can be attacked. Why only one person on front side can be attacked into unshielded side? Yes, unshielded side. And no one attacked in rear unless major overlap. Okay, I think I have to sleep on it. Oh, this is crazy. And then another point here is about the above formation. The above, which is on the bottom of this side. This is the top of this side. The above formation works well unless ambushed. Normally, if you are not ambushed, there will be time to assume this formation from a back-to-back line. Okay, I understand. I do not. Number 7. Until your point man reaches a scan of at least 50, don't put him farther out than to lead. Okay, 24 point. Until your point man reaches a scan of at least 50, don't put farther than 2. Okay. 8. Characters who are not being attacked should use attack to kill. Those who are being attacked from rear or unshielded side should use a defensive attack. All others should use normal attacks. If there is no immediate target, use the guard. It pays off for archers who are attacking heavily armored targets to aim first. So I guess I could draw it with this line. So not sure if I can draw it, but maybe like not attacked. Use not attacked. Use K, which is attack to kill. So this is let's say my party, and this is another right-handed. So this is not attacked. Attacked. Those who are being attacked from a rear or unshielded side. So I also need to show. So attacked from rear. Oh yeah, so when there's like a kind of combat that I'm attacking someone and also someone attacks me from rear or unshielded side, then use defensive attack. Defensive attack. Or something else, right? But I guess this is fine. All others should use normal attacks A. This is no, I understand. Characters who are not being attacked should attack to kill. Those who are being attacked, but why all others should use normal attacks? Why I cannot use yeah, the others? So then when I am attacked but from front, okay. Yeah, I think it doesn't work really well as a drawing. But if I have another situation, because I think I have to go through the situations here. Shielded. Attack when... yeah, I need to kind of understand this. When I'm facing someone in front, then am I attacked? When shield is protecting, let's say, and then if I for everyone else use guard, non-attacked, use guard. It pays off for archers who are attacking heavily armored targets to aim first. So I also don't understand this. It pays off, so it's good to use it, but for archers. But for everyone or for archers who are attacking heavily So maybe I will put a question mark because I don't understand this fully. Armored, heavily armored targets. To aim first. To aim first. And T. T is for to aim first. Let's go back to this in manual. T for aim first. Yeah, aim first. Aim at the target. Okay, I gotcha. So it means... So maybe it's someone attacking me first? I don't know. Guard, maybe something in guard will connect it, all the dots. The character waits for an enemy to get in one of his front facing squares before attacking. The first time he is aware of an enemy in front of him, he will attack. Characters moving more than 1 or 2 squares may not guard. Guard ends a turn. Okay, I don't understand, but there is something about it to explore. Page 23, by the way. Because I will go back to this page many times for sure. After combat, heal the character's bleeding first, then worry about the injuries. Use prayers to do this as there is no chance of failure for them. Oh, use prayers. Interesting. Okay, so so heal bleeding first, of course, because that's something which you have to stop. Then injuries. And use prayers. Okay, so I guess prayers are important in this game. Use prayers to do this. No chance of failure. No fail. Okay. Number 2, view the items that your opponents were carrying and take as many as you can to sell. This is the best way to make money. 3, after if you run out of karma, go to a temple to have it restored. Okay. And general tips. Plan your healing carefully. There is a strong temptation to heal your characters with first aid. This is good since it saves karma. Unless forced to, however, don't heal a person with first aid if this could cause his death. Example 1. One of your characters has a normal bleeding of 4 and injury of 6. Your priest has 10 karma left. Failing to heal... I gotcha. Failing to heal any of the bleeding will cause the remainder to be treated as serious bleeding. Before the first aid attempt, you could have stopped the bleeding with a 4 karma, stop normal bleeding, or cured the injury as well with an 8 karma. 8 karma heal normal injuries. After a failed first aid attempt, the victim is seriously bleeding and requires a 15 karma prayer. The character dies. Example 2. Take the previous example, but assume the priest has only 3 karma. In this case, the first aid attempt might as well be tried, since the victim will die anyway. You should also compare the possible savings to loss of karma when attempting first aid. Example 3. Your priest has 100 karma, which allows a failure to do no real harm. His first aid skill is rated at 35, and the victim has a normal bleeding of 4. A skill attempt with his first aid will result in 0 to 8 bleeding removed. This means that about half the time you will have to spend 15 karma stopping serious bleeding. In other words, you are risking an additional 11 karma, 15 to 4, to save 4. Obviously, this will cost you more karma in the long run. This is tough to understand. I'm also fried a little bit today with my brain, especially after reading this. And it's 2 hours almost of me reading this. One of your characters, I'll try example 1 again, maybe this will help me. One of your characters has a normal bleeding of 4 and injury of 6. Your priest has 10 karma left. Failing to heal any of the bleeding will cause the remainder to be treated as serious bleeding. I don't understand this. Reminder to be treated as serious bleeding. I don't understand. Before the first aid attempt, you could have stopped the bleeding with a 4 karma. Stop normal bleeding. Or cured. 4 karma, stop normal bleeding. This is a prayer, I guess. That's the point I think they wanted to make here. Not use first aid. Let me try this. To understand this by looking into prayer level. Stop normal bleeding. But there are different levels. Karma, stop normal bleeding. I guess this is simpler than it just reads here. Karma, normal injuries, normal bleeding, stop normal bleeding. Bloody hell. Me bleeding. Stop normal bleeding. Okay, stop normal bleeding. This is the prayer level 1. And there is also first aid attempt. What is first aid attempt? Is it something else? I'm kind of lost. I don't see a spell like this so far. Yeah, what is first aid bleeding? First aid, not bleeding, first aid something. First aid. Okay, I understand. Anyway, number 2. Keep your eye on your moral loss. Moral loss always reduces your character skill abilities. When it starts getting excessive, your judgment, go to the tavern and spend money having a good time. Your survivability will increase enormously. I like to keep my moral loss less than 10% of the skill abilities. Morale. I use example, my weapon, shield and combat awareness are at 80. I go to a tavern when my morale loss is greater than 7. Okay. Skill abilities. Loss. Keep less than 10% of the skill abilities. But skill abilities, there are many. I use example, my weapon, shield and combat awareness are at 80. I don't understand this. All of them are at 80, so I guess kind of equally. Maybe, yeah, because all of them, yeah, they're going, each of them will be actually reduced, I think. skill abilities. So if my awareness is 80, then keep it less greater, I mean, keep it greater than 7. Okay, makes sense, kind of, because I think this will affect all of the skills, so it's like a kind of percentage you have to take account for. Money is extremely important at the start, therefore it is important to get the most money possible. Take everything you can of the enemy after a fight. Make sure you take the most valuable items first, since you will quickly load the maximum encumbrance. Also note that though a large item might be prohibited because it would overload your character, you may be able to take a medium or small item. B. Immediately after a fight, go to the marketplace to sell your loot so you can make room for more. C. Redistribute your money so that only those who need to spend your money have money to spend. D. Visit the armory to determine the value of major items so you know which loot is most valuable. Okay. Visit armory. This is important. Visit the armory to determine the value of major items. And then 4. In the mid to late game, you will find yourself getting involved in battles with monsters that require a long time to kill. I have 2 recommended solutions. A. Run away as fast as possible. This works well against golems and other slow creatures. B. Get 6 blessings off as quickly as possible. While this will cost you 60 karma, you will probably save karma overall because you will have a 94% chance of being missed by everything but spells. Oh my god, this is so detailed. 5. After your priests get their karma up, improve their turn undead. Before going too far into the ruins, a turn undead and karma of 80 is desirable. Normally, I try to keep a 3:2 ratio of karma to turn undead once my karma has reached 60. Okay. Oh, this manual is heavy. It's super heavy. Let's go through the appendix then. Page number 24 still, but we are almost finished. Appendix, creating a character. An example. To help you understand how to think about and create a new character, carry out the following instructions. Let's design a healer priest for the party. To help our healer to survive, we can make the character either a fighter priest or a ranger priest. Let's choose to make it the character a ranger priest because 1. The healer should not be a front rank fighter, I agree, and 2. The ranger priest requires fewer intelligence points. Press G for greet a character. Remember that if your party has a full complement of 8 numbers, you must eliminate one first by pressing H to have a character quit the party. So if I simulate this, who would be the person I want to give this? I think Iriaf should be my sorcerer. That's a role for my that will be a role for my new character. I'm trying to get now a little bit more in this mood of creating characters already. So then a ranger priest, I agree, I would like to have one. I think IVO, yes, you are going to be my ranger priest. And about Iriaf, it will remain a pure sorcerer as it was suggested in designer's notes. Okay, so we must name our ranger priest. Picture a beautiful woman, a bow across her back, and a spear in her hands. We will call her Nelona or Starwood. Enter her name and press return. So this says that I should use bow. I think I can do it for my character plus spear. Okay. The computer displays the attribute menu. First, purchase intelligence. A ranger needs 3 int, a priest 7 int. Therefore, we want to give Nelona a total of 10 int. That's interesting. I don't understand this to be honest, but I think there was a table about it, so I need to put 10 int and intelligence points. As we begin, strength is highlighted. Press the right arrow twice to move the highlighting to intelligence. Press A repeatedly until you read 10. If you have gone past it and added too many points, press S to subtract. Points left. Now reads 20. Let's determine Nelona's strength next. Priests may use only the dagger, but rangers may use spears and bows. See skills chart. Okay, so I have to go to this. Now to see that I have to go to the skill chart, and the skill chart is on the next page, which tells me that who can do what. So indeed, I see the spear. Do I see it? Crossbow, and then F is for fighter, okay, and bow is F and R, ranger, yes, and spear, yes, it's the F and R, okay, and priest may use only the dagger, but rangers may use spears and bows, okay. The minimum strength required to use spear is 10. See weapons chart. Now I have to switch to weapons chart to see this. Okay. Where is the... What the hell? Where is the weapons chart? I should have it... Yes, I have it on the very last page. That's perfect. Someone... I also have... This one is the scan which contains some drawings by someone. Thankfully my manual doesn't have any. It's clean over here. It's just clean nicely, nice shape. I also need to be a little bit careful not to break this too much, this manual, so probably I'm going to read mostly from this PDF, or maybe I should make a copy just in case. I don't want to break this original manual too much. I just want it to be in the very nice mint shape, especially that it's in the green color, so it's all mint already. And then looking at this one for weapons, what do we see here? Let's try to learn a little bit from it. So let's take this example of the spear, and why this is not alphabetically? This is by what? By strength or by what? Not sure. There's a spear and heavy spear. Okay, so damage 8 and heavy has 10. Okay, T is for the damage type. It's T, thrust. Can be thrust or cut or bash. Then strength is 10. Okay, I see it now. You need strength of 10. And then I think you can make this so that's actually kind of understandable. Okay. Is 10. See weapons chart. So we give Nelona a strength of 10. This also allows her to wear Brigantine, a good armor. See armor chart. Now we have to find the armor chart. Would be nice if armor chart is on the same page, but unfortunately it's not. So now question, where is the armor chart? I think it would be nice to have like a quick reference somewhere. Skills. Okay, I don't see armor chart. I guess I just missed it, yeah? It has to be somewhere. I don't see this. If they could also maybe provide the page where this is given, that would be nice. See armor chart. Armor chart. Okay. So going from the end, weapons. Here we have skills. Here we have, which I think the skills are actually repeated. They are. I've seen them earlier. If this is the case, I'm not sure. Designer's notes. Spells. Skills. Yeah, this page. 9. I think this is already the same as on page 27, is it? Yes, it's exactly the same copy. So maybe that's the place where the armor should be. Maybe that's the mistake of the from the manual. Maybe. Because I don't see armor, but I see this table being twice. Where is this brigantine stuff? Also, this intelligence requirement: sorcerer, priest, fighter, ranger, thief. So requires int of 11 for sorcerer. So I guess I can already make sense out of it for my new sorcerer, which will be created. Anyway, still I cannot see anything about the armor. Yeah, this is really confusing. But I will study this for sure. At the end of this game, I will be an expert. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I see defense ratings. So I guess that's the one. Okay, it was there, but it's just listed under a different name. So yeah, one table is repeated twice, but indeed now I see defense ratings, brigantine, bash. But this is a rating. Strength required to wear armor. Okay, so it's 9 for brigantine. I can see it now. Required to use spare. Okay, I got it. So defense rating is on the next page. It's just a different name. It's actually see armor chart, but this is actually the defense ratings. Okay. Oof, that was hard. Press the left twice to highlight strength. Okay, press A until rest. Points left. Now rates 15. Let's boost our character's dexterity and life to an acceptable minimum. Dex 10 and life 45. Points left. Now rate 6. No attribute requires these points. However, Nelona is a priest. Some of her skills are based on starting experience. Later, she will need to spend experience points on the purchase of karma. Therefore, press A to increase 3 times until it reaches 32. Points left now reach 3. Add 1 point to life, making it 50, and 2 points to dex. Nerona attributes should look like this. Okay, strength 10, dexterity, intelligence, life, experience, points left. Okay, so I think that was also important to always spend all the points. Press X to exit the menu. The professions menu will appear. We must choose Nerona's profession. Note that the professions menu does not display sorcerer, which requires 11 points of int, because Nerona has only 10 intelligence points. Press the right arrow to highlight priest, then press S to select this profession. Be aware that you may not reverse the selection of a profession. Points left now reach 3, and only thief and ranger remain on the screen. Highlight ranger and press S. Nerona is now a ranger priest. The computer now displays Nerona's skills, karma, and experience. Note that the values of your character's abilities will differ somewhat from the following. There is a random factor that affects the actual values each time a character is created. Okay, that's the kind of the funniest part. So note the bow and spear capabilities. Press any key and the computer displays the weapons Nerona may use. Spear, heavy spear, short bow. Nerona probably will want to use a heavy spear. However, should her bow ability be significantly higher than her spear ability, you might want to give her the short bow. Okay, so I can use one of them. Okay. Okay, so I understand this fully. Besides this part about points left, so there was this section about having 15 points, so then I was able to boost dexterity. Okay, and life. Okay, I guess there is some easy stuff I could do apart. Let's give her a heavy spear. Why a heavy spear? Because for spear I had 26 in this example, and the bow is 15. So indeed, yes, that's probably a better start. Let's give her a heavy spear. Press R. The computer equips Nerona with a heavy spear, brigantine armor, and a dagger. If she had been able to use a shield, and had chosen a 100 weapon, she also would have been provided with a shield. Brigantine is the best armor given a character at the start. Okay. So even a higher strength would not have provided better armor. Nerona's spear and armor are readied. The computer now displays all of the shapes that may represent Nerona. Press the arrow keys until the desired shape is highlighted, and then press S. Nerona is created and a member of your party of adventurers. Since Nerona has 32 unspent experience points remaining, why is it the case? I thought that's the experience points I have. This one I don't understand. Yeah, okay. This will give me the experience of 32 points. Okay, because the points I used... okay, I gotcha. They were not the experience points. They were points which are called differently. Just the points, I guess. Okay, I thought this is all experience points for some reason. Just because this is what my brain told me to believe. But this is different. This is kind of points used for just the basic stats, and then you have this experience assigned. So Nerona is created and a member of your party of adventurers. Since Nerona has 32 unspent experience points remaining, you may add to her skills and karma. Ooh, okay. So then I can add it to spread these points. Okay. To improve, and Nerona, press I, improve character. And there are a lot of tables, karma and prayer. So I am not certain, what I should improve for this character. Spell, counter magic, foxfire, a lot of spells. which I actually I was going through this last time, I think. And then I had this kind of spells you can use in combat only, in dungeons that they won't work, and the combat spell dispelled by an enemy cast of dispel magic. That was the kind of question mark. What does it mean? Combat spell dispelled by an enemy cast of dispel magic. Whatever it means. Karma and prayer. Karma reserved to learn. Karma for prayer. I don't understand this. What does it mean? Karma reserved to learn. Aha, okay. How much I need to learn this, I guess. And then karma for each prayer. I guess that's every time you use it. Defensive ratings, that's the one talking about the armor. So I have leather, kerboli, ring, brigantine, chain, scale, and plate. That's kind of also in Demon's Winter and Shadow Spring there was leather, chain, scale, and plate in this order. There was also ropes as the minimal ones. Other game items: ropes, crowbars used for forcing locks, lock picks used for picking locks, bandages needed for first aid, bottles, jars, and vials may or may not contain potions. There are other game items as well. Alright, so I guess that's all. Skills on the last page repeated as I said. So there's an example of a single person. And I could try to load the game quickly just to maybe learn a little bit what kind of pre-made characters we have, but I'm not going to play it today because it's already too late. What I want to do though is to check that, and maybe next time I will create my own characters. I think that would be fun. So today I can learn how to make this kind of maybe I would get some ideas already from the pre-made characters. So that's the page 27. Page 28 contains credits: game design and programming Paul Murray and Keith Brors. I have to check more about these creators because they were involved in working on different games. Game development: Chuck Krugel and Jeff Johnson. Rulebook: Leona Billings. So this rulebook is kind of well done, but there are a few things which I think I have to just play the game to understand them because they are not really clear. Especially the section with on page 19, the attacker's ability and defensiveness, how does it work, and also this other page, this one 23, with tactical combat and examples how to keep party members in flank. I think this is a little bit hard. I really don't understand this drawing so far, but maybe this will be all kind of clear once I play the game. I think that's also the idea. Not to read the manual fully, but still good to at least get some ideas around and then go back to this rulebook as the reference. So, story by Cheryl Flink. Playtesters Russell Smith, Arlon Harris, and Mike Musser. Customized disk operating system, Apple version, Roland Gustafsson. What does it mean? Customized disk operating system. Okay, so that's a kind of disk operating system which was written exclusively for this game, but for Apple version. Interesting. Art and graphic design: Louis Su, Psycho or Psychov. Sorry for butchering the surnames and names. Catherine Lee, Dave Boudreau, and Ben Williamson. Interesting, because there's not too much graphic design in this game. Actually, only the cover. And there are 4 people involved into this one, so that's interesting. Sorry, this is also in the game, of course. Yeah, graphic design. This is also in the game. So it makes sense. Okay, sorry. Typesetting, Abra Type. That's a company, I guess. Abra Type, not the name of some person. Printing, A&A printers and lithographers. If you have any questions or problems regarding the program or game, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope with your question to Strategic Simulations Incorporated. Rankstorf Avenue, Mountain View, California. Our call or hotline number. Every weekday, 9 to 5 PST. Okay. Every weekday. Yeah, that's cool. Actually, you can call. You was able to call them. So weapons, the last page, which is very important, I think. To see about the new weapons, that would be exciting. And type is interesting. Trust, cut, and bash. There are 3 different fixes. I would think that trust and bash would be similar, but it's actually not the case. So that's going to be also interesting. There are also some prices actually written by someone in pencil. So I have some overview already how much stuff costs. And combat commands at the very, very end. That's probably something I'm going to use the most. All right. So that's all about this manual. It's huge manual. Took me 4 hours to read it thoroughly and make some notes, of course. I don't understand everything fully, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to learn that during the gameplay. So I will just run the emulator quickly. You should see it on the screen already. I'm using the auto hotkey actually to bring it to the screen in the same nice format and resolution on the screen. And I can drop the first disk already. Wizard's Crown. This is the version with the protection removed. I just wanted to see this already, these characters. And there are 8 characters, so I will just go quickly through them just to learn. Maybe I don't have to create these characters, to be honest, and this will be also fine, but it's like it's always fun to create your own characters, but I can do something nasty, so I don't want I need to be careful. Improve a character, check a character. I guess C is the special key. So for the names, I would like to change the names because they are slightly too long, I think, for reading. I have Sir Cole of Westmarch, Sir Frederick, Lord Miles of Westlake, Batlax Harold. Oh, you can use quotes, that's funny. Lightfoot, Folnar Neduhome, Father John, and Solwind. Let's see who's the Lord Miles of Westlake. That's the first one. Strength 16. Oh, I thought this has a serious injury, but it's 0, of course. Strength 16, Dexterity 13. What is your profession? First of all, maybe I have it on the next page. Lord of Mice of Westlake. This is your skill, okay? Okay, I don't know actually. What is this? What is this? Profession. That's funny. How can I find it? This is the first thing I have to do. I have to learn how to check the profession, right? Maybe improve a character will tell me this, but this is not. Yeah, I cannot. There's also the flashing screen, which was told in the manual that if you see the flashing screen for a second, it means that you cannot improve anything. So I cannot improve. I have a character quit the party, view items stored at the inn, outfit a character. What does it mean, outfit? Wow, this is outfit. Okay, cool. Okay, I can select change name. No, because I can also change just the name, and I think that's the place I could just work with, but I still want to change these characters. But indeed, I don't know already how to check the character's profession. Sir Call of Westmarch, who are you? Ready, transfer and evaluate items, trade coins, next page, or exit. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see the profession. So how, even if I play the game, I have to know this. Or write it down somewhere, but I have to have that. Experience 1, this is not really great. Press any key to continue. Yeah, how to check the profession? First question, I already hit the wall. Maybe this is not shown, so then you have to just write it down somewhere. Ah. Okay, I thought I will learn just through all of the characters. I can exit from the inn. Yes, please. Which character will be on point? Yeah, how can I say who's the scout? Not scout, of course, but ranger. I don't know. It has to be set somewhere. Okay, let's put the first character to search area, check a character. Maybe this place has more info. I don't think. No, it doesn't. Ready, transfer, and evaluate items are bring in, up, down, ready, transfer, drop, evaluate, exit. Okay, this doesn't do anything. Next page. Okay, so I guess in this game you cannot really see who has which profession. Maybe you can learn this from their experience, I guess, but this is guessing. For example, this one has scan 11, awareness 81, shield, crossbow. Yeah, this even tells me that I should use my own party characters because I really don't know who's who. Soul Wind. Item name, Kurboli Dagger. And Intelligence 11, Dex. Yeah, I don't know if I can really guess this based on their experience. Like, oh, this must be a ranger. Maybe because it doesn't matter in the end. I mean, because this is just translated to points. This might be a case that you just say, okay, I want this profession and that, and this just is translated to the point. So for example, this one has a close combat 43, which I guess it's a big value, maybe not. But evaluate magic is 105, so I guess this is kind of a sorcerer or a priest. More likely. Okay. Okay, I guess I will just try to create then all the characters next time. And this will be my my attempt. So the next session, this is something which I have to do before Wednesday, because actually I'm not going to be available next Wednesday. So I guess I will just play. Maybe I'll do another stream because now I really want to play this game, and it's really tough to play this game. Maybe what I could do only for now is try to get into some combat, just to maybe get a little bit of a kind of feeling. 7, 8. Yeah, it's kind of easy to navigate with numbers because you just look at the map. Okay, that was a quick combat, I think, which I didn't want to. Press any key to continue. Okay, I don't know what happened, to be honest. But I can exit. Yes. A to. Okay, I think I pressed something already wrong, so I need to be careful. 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7. Where am I going though? 7, 7. Okay, I want some tax. Tax. That's I thought the question is, do you want to fight or do something else? No, don't fight. So I have to press N, building the map. Okay. So now I am get character or exit placement phase. Okay. So indeed, that's the placement phase. But to be honest, I am not certain where are the other characters. So 3. Okay, now I see this will be a little bit hard to play with these numbers. 7, 5, Sir Frederick, 7, Father John, 6, no, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, Battleaxe Harold. Okay, they are all my kind of characters, but I cannot see more than this. This is kind of like my square. Only this. I can see only that. So I even don't know where are the character enemies. I mean, and I know how many of them. And I can just get the character or exit. So I can exit. Do you wish to exit the placement phase? No. Okay, so let's get someone like this character. 7, get. Turn left, turn right, check. Next. Okay, so check will show me this. Next page. I can ready someone here, I guess. I'm not sure if they are. This also shows me the direction, I guess. Turn left. Left. Okay, this is the arrow up. This will take forever, to be honest. Next. And next. Yeah, next. Maybe next is nice because you can still do like this. 5, 3. I wonder if I will learn just this. Keys. Like 3, it's going east. If I'm going to learn this. Because it's a little bit annoying, to be honest. 5, 3. Maybe there's some idea behind, because it actually rotates 1, 2, 3, 5. It rotates clockwise, so maybe there is something. Okay, I cannot go up, but because I don't have points, can I do like this forever? I think I can. I just cannot move too much. 4. Oh, I can move here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is intuitive. Also by the look, actually, I think that's the way I can really recognize who's who. So I already see this like as a magician. Okay, exit, I guess. Exit. Yes, let's say that this is fine. But still, oh yeah, there are the fuck guys, I guess. 3. Oh no, I didn't want to do this. Already doing something wrong. I wanted to check the characters. Type order. Fall prone, inspect character, F1 for the main menu, a command, letter to order or return for more help. It would be so nice if there could be more colors here. Attack to kill. What targets? Okay, this is what I wanted. Okay, so what target? Tag. Select target, move. Okay, another is tag, 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 tag. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Okay, exit. I guess I just have to move there. So, what can I do? I cannot move, or what is the problem? 2. I can go 2. Why? Yeah, that's the thing. Why I cannot go? Ah, yeah, because I know. I have to turn first, and then I can move in the other direction. But I cannot. I don't know how to turn right now. Because left and right doesn't work. I need to check the combat. How to turn? Yeah, that's what I tried to press, but it didn't really work. Let's say Q W. Okay, what can I do? Move in direction, fall prone, inspect character, attack to kill, quit turn. What targets? And this guy is facing down, so I turned left, okay, and now I can go. Okay, Q. Now this one will stay here. Maybe I will do guard. Stands ready. This one turn. Okay, now I got it. It was good to read the manual because I was not certain what does it mean that I was not able to move and attack, but it's because I was not facing the correct way. So I will do the flank like this. Oh, they are so fast. Talk, attack, Father John, and hits. So let's go. 3, 3, 3. I can move more, right? 3, 1, 2. I can move here just to test. And I cannot move more, okay. Guard. Polar dome and hits. Light bleeding. Okay, I have already a light bleeding. That's not good. Frederick. 2, 3, 3. And then it's a right thing. So I can aim. Right? No, I cannot because I moved so many times. I still don't know what options do I have, kind of, but maybe quit is enough for now. 3, 3, 3, 4. And quit. Okay, so now I will aim at this guy. Okay. Circle attacks. Okay, I was attacking actually. Defender searches. You can move 3 and then aim. Select. Okay. Then you can move 4 and aim and select. Yeah, we don't have points, so we don't know how much they attacked, but we know it happened. So I cannot do attack. I can actually. Okay, let's try. I don't think I should because I think someone might attack me, so maybe I should defensive attack. But yeah, just for fun. The defender shield blocks the blow. Lightfoot and his defender's shield blocks the blow. Nice. And Soul Wind cast counter magic Foxfire. So what is Foxfire, for example? I feel rusty, of course, but I haven't played too many games like this, so that's why I'm rusty. But this is a new game completely. So this provides light. Okay, so this is not something which I should be interested at. And lightning bolt, and then I don't know, but I wanted to choose the one which is above. I cannot. Okay, I hope it's not going to kill my enemy, my character. Select. Lord, aim at and select. AS. This is probably the function I'm going to use a lot. Okay, another is kind of bashed. That's good. Aim, select. Tag and hits. Nice. Defender is killed. Aim. I cannot aim because I think I'm having it on the right side, I guess. Let's try to switch to left and aim. No, I cannot. I don't understand this, to be honest. Why I cannot aim at this character? D. I also cannot D, but I have this letter written, so I don't know why I just cannot. Kill. Also cannot use. What was R for? Unready item. No, I don't want it. F was for fall prone. This one, I don't understand this function. I need to read about it, what it means. But okay, let's quit because I don't understand. Misses. That's good. Lightning bolt successfully cast. But what does it mean? Hard to say. Oh, I think I killed this person in the previous turn, so that's why I still I don't have to do it. 4, 4, 4. What I want to do, I cannot turn in this turn. But in the next one, I want to attack him from behind. So aim, select. Attack hits. Okay. And this guy. Can I go 4? Okay. And now I should try sneaking as well. Would be fun to try. Aim. I cannot aim. Can I turn? I can turn. And then can I aim? I cannot. I'm not certain how this should work, to be honest. It wasn't really clear in the instruction. John and hits, unfortunately. Okay, but it's still alive. This guy, let's try to sneak. Can I? Maybe not, because I don't see the option. S like sneak. No, I cannot. Let's move 2 and attack and select. Okay, so this guy I can turn right 3, turn right. No, I don't have to turn right. I can go 4, and of course I cannot attack because I don't have points. So quit. Sneak. Can I sneak? No, I cannot. Why? All right, let's go 3, 3, 4, 4, and turn. I cannot turn. I have to learn how many points do I have. Now I want to press F1 because of course this is how I played Shard of Spring, but here you have to press Q. And attack, select. Defender lies unmoving, and then I have to go 4. Oh, not for 3. Buttlucks. I guess you cannot do it like this. One and yeah, quit. And here I wanted to turn you around, and this is attack from behind. Took and hits. Light bleeding. Okay, still alive. And I think I will quit with this wizard and attack. Maybe defensive attack. Because I can. Quit. Again, why I had the speller? Maybe because it has more dexterity. And what can I use? A bash, but that was a kill. Kill. Oh, kill is nice. Kill. Token hits. License mob. Okay, cool. So Battleaxe Harold finds some money. Lightfoot finds some money. Folnar Nedu home finds some money. Okay. Pray for healing. I guess I can pray. But I don't know their stats. So I have to check stats first. Check A. No injuries. So then exit. B. Would be nice to see injuries on the screen. C, D. Injury 0. And S is for serious injury. Yeah, if there would be a few colors used, I think that would be, maybe that was designed to be also working on monochrome monitors. But it would be nice to have different colors because here yeah, it's a little bit block of text. So I have 4 copper and injury 1. Lightfoot, that's the one. Can you? Okay, let's check. Oh, there's one. Oh, this one is several. This is serious injury 28. Polnar needs some real healing. Father, no. And Soul Wind, no. So I will try to pray F. And then I can choose. So stop serious bleeding. I think this is the one I have to choose. Select. Pray for whom? For yourself. Oh, and this is nice actually, because this tells, at least this one tells you who has which injury. So that's a very useful screen, because then I can always go to a one I know that can pray. That's cool. And already this shows me in this block who's injured. So of course I will try for Folnar. Now healing, press any key to continue. So I am not sure what is the status. So do I have to go again here? Still I see injury 28. What does it mean? That that it didn't work, or okay, let's try to pray, heal, pray. Stop serious bleeding. Oh, maybe that was injury. Restore, heal, all injury, just for fun. Okay. So I see that B and I. B 0 out of 0. I is for injury, B is for bleeding. Okay. And I see that injury 28. That's for father. Okay, that's the one. 28. Okay. Now healing. 28. Let's see. Okay. Indeed, this worked. There's no more bleeding, serious bleeding. The only problem is that I would like to know how many. Okay, so this is my karma, 62. So I guess this karma goes down. Current karma 27. Okay. So my karma maximum is 62, but now I spent a lot of time spells stuff. And then I have to go to the table probably to see that heal all injury was 20, karma for prayers. And then I think I used stop serious bleeding, which was 15, which would be 35. 35 plus 27. Is exactly 62. So this makes sense. That was my karma. Okay. Who else needs some healing? Just for fun. Maybe I can also try to heal a character to see. So I think I had the problem with Father John, was it? No, not you. Solwind. Lightfoot, right? Yes. Injury 1. I don't know if this is too much or not. Probably not. But if there is an injury, let's try healing a character. Who will perform first aid? Okay, that's the thing I don't know. Let's try with Lord Mislake. You have no skill. Okay, I don't know who has this skill. So why do you even show me this person's? I don't understand. Would be easier if there would be only a list of people who can. So that's the skill. Let's see the skills then. First aid skill. First aid skill. Because there was something suspicious about this spell. First aid skill. Skill 8. I don't see it on the list so far. Okay, there are spells. Okay, sorry, I'm in the spell section. Checking a character. Characters. There are spells here. Combat. I didn't see it. Once again, sorry. Where are the skills? Maybe there are no skills. I don't remember actually. And the first aid, I also want to read about this. Checking a character. Character professions, skills. Character professions determine. Okay, skill abilities: weapon skills, shield, combat, scan, swimming, stealth, hunt, track. First aid: the ability to heal wounds and stop bleeding. First aid does not work on serious wounds and serious bleeding. Okay, this is very important. Any wounds and bleeding not healed in the attempt to heal become serious. That's the thing. Bandages are required. Okay. So that was what was the that was on the page. That was in these general tips. Plan your healing carefully. There is a strong temptation to heal your characters with first aid. This is good since it saves karma. Yes, exactly. Unless forced to. However, don't heal a person with first aid if this could cause his death. Because yeah, this can be a serious bleeding then. One of your characters has a normal bleeding of 4 and injury of 6. So this is the points. Okay, your priest has 10 karma left. Okay, so this is 1 karma point per injury probably. Falling to heal. Actually, I don't know. Because the points were... that was the points. Maybe that was the points. Actually, I don't know. It was a point per bleeding, I think, maybe. Not the cost. No, I think it was the cost. Okay, I don't understand. Anyway, failing to heal any of the bleeding will cause the remainder. Failing to heal any of the bleeding will cause the remainder to be treated as serious bleeding. Before the first aid attempt, you could have stopped the bleeding with a 4 karma. Stop normal bleeding. Stop normal bleeding. That indeed costs 4 points, indeed. But yeah, there were 4 points of bleeding. So I also don't understand if this is because of this number or because what I see in the table to have a karma for prayer. Maybe this is when you, yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. How the karma works, I still don't understand what points. I thought I know which points are taken, that they are just no matter how many points you are bleeding, you just use these points. But now it says as well, like it also depends on points. Spells. Pay. So this is 11, page 11. Pay careful attention to the relationship between karma and prayers. The ability of your characters to survive battle depends on it. Karma represents the influence a character has with the gods. When a character prays, he spends karma temporarily. The more he prays, the less karma he has remaining, and therefore the less influence with the gods. The effective skill ability for turn on that and luck and just this is not important. There are 8 prayer levels. The maximum karma a character has determines the best prayer possible. Yeah, I think that's what I used. I used the points. But then on this example, which I still don't understand really, it says karma, stop normal bleeding or cure the injury. Because it normal bleeding of 4, it doesn't mean that this is 1 karma point. No, I don't think. Normal bleeding or cure the injury as well with an 8 karma heal normal point. Heal normal injuries is 8 points indeed. After a failed first 8 attempt, the victim is seriously bleeding and requires a 15 karma prayer. That's true, because 15 is used for stop serious bleeding. Okay, so indeed, this is the number of the bleeding is just probably the factor of how bad it is this, but it doesn't mean that you need to spend more karma. I guess. Not sure that you need to spend more karma if it's a bigger number. Or maybe this is not the level of bleeding. Maybe this already tells you how much karma you have to spend, which could kind of be a little bit counterintuitive how it works, but maybe this is how it's designed in this game. So if I can read this somewhere in the manual, that would be amazing. So let's move now to page 6, for example. Maybe here. Close combat, no. Dexterity, skill abilities. Yeah, this is not really clear. I guess when I play more the game, I will just pay attention, and learn how much points are taken and how this simple mechanic works. Simple or not simple, but so far I cannot find this in the manual really to tell how this should work. No, I don't. I don't know. I really don't know. The good thing about this one is that I can actually search in this version as well. I didn't do it too much. So injury, let's say, or bleed. Life. Wounds. Okay, wounds have two effects: injury and bleeding. Injury represents the pain of the victim and the damage to his full effectiveness. Injuries of themselves can cause unconsciousness but not death. Bleeding represents uncontrolled loss of blood. Bleeding reduces artery's life. When life is zero, then character is dead. Wounds do not always cause bleeding. So there are two levels: injury and bleeding, normal and serious. Normal injury is referred to as injury, normal bleeding as bleeding. As expected, serious injury and bleeding are harder to heal. And that's all, actually. Yeah, it's really hard to say how this works, how the number works. So I guess I have to learn this just by playing the game. So get karma to 60. This allows resurrection. Be sure to get the priest's karma to 30 immediately to be able to stop serious bleeding. So yeah, that's kind of nice to have. So yeah, these examples are really hard for me to understand. Your priest has 100 karma. Yeah, which allows you sample example 2. Take the previous example, but assume the priest has only 3 karma. In this case, the first 8 attempt might as well be tried, since the victim will die anyway. Okay, that's a good one. We should also compare the possible savings to loss of karma when attempting first 8. So yeah, really hard to tell. What I could try to see who has, I know who has bandages, but I seen bandages. Oh, that was Brigantine. Brigantine. But where are the bandages? Is it a special status or no? No. Okay. Who has first aid? Just to see. Probably I shouldn't really use it. Yes, first aid. For example, Folnar has first aid. So what I could do is to heal a character again with Folnar. But I have no bandages. Okay, cool. So I guess we are not going to do it. Do you really want to leave? Yes, I really want to leave. Which character will be on point? A, 2 for leading. Okay. Anyways, that was just me trying to figure out the bleeding stuff and different things. 3 hours, and that's a lot. So I also know a little bit how to create the character. So in the next episode, I'm going to create the characters, play, then start to try to understand these rules of Wizard's Crown for Commodore 64. For now, I'm closing this manual. Until the next time, I'm not going to probably read it because I have to. It creates some headaches. I think it's just better now to play the game a little bit and then use it as the point of reference. Thanks for watching this episode. The candle is off, so that means that I should already finish it. A very long episode, but thankfully in the next one, hopefully, I mean, in the next one, I'm going to learn everything about bleeding, and hopefully I'm not going to bleed too much. And thanks for watching again, and have a nice time, my dear adventurers. That was, of course, the second episode of Too Many Hours Wizard's Crown for Commodore 64. Thanks for watching. To the next one.